Good morning. It is.
Morning.
It is morning. It's everyone's favorite time of day. Morning. It's also Tuesday. It's Tuesday, June 18th, 2024.
That's better. Here you go.
Josh asked if will I hold his hand if he asks nicely.
We'll get over here and ask.
I mean, to answer your question, yes. Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
Glad we got that out of the way. I'm on my way. Chaz says, I can get him to hold your hand. I'm an expert at holding my hand.
Getting you to do things?
If you want to hold my hand, you need to ask Chaz for advice. Do you not remember baseball? Oh, wait, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, now I know what Chaz is talking about.
Did I miss something?
Yeah. Do we have a photo of that?
Oh, no, I was there.
There might... I don't know if there's a photo of that. There's probably a photo of that. Because that's... There will be some context to this at some point. Yeah, that's... Chaz says, anyways, nice shirt. Thanks. Today's the Nintendo Direct. Just thought I would wear this shirt. True Mother fans know that there will not be Mother news, but I'm having a lot of fun with this. If you've been an Earthbound fan for any amount of time, you know that your default state is disappointment. So, my advice is to stay disappointed. But it's amazing what will happen if you just like wear a shirt and people be like, what does he know? Nothing.
It's in the queue.
Here, look at this image. We were at baseball a week ago.
Yeah.
And Chaz was seated between me and Dan. And Chaz grabbed Dan's hand. And Chaz grabbed my hand. And me and Dan are just looking at each other and looking at Chaz like, what is happening? And then Chaz like slowly brings our hands together. So then we hold hands. And Chaz says nothing at all. So then me and Dan are just sitting there.
And then Thomas took a photo.
Holding hands on Chaz's lap. And like no one said anything. No one says anything. We hold hands for like 30 or 45 human seconds. And then we just kind of like... But no one at any point said a word. Not a single word. Oh, and that's why it was... I didn't even understand what Chaz was talking about, because I was like, what? It's because we never mentioned it once. It's fine. I love everyone here. I would hold anyone's hand. Like if they need help across the road. Or if they need... What other reasons do people need help? That's the only reason. No one in life has ever needed help more than crossing a road. And I can help people cross a road. I've crossed a road. Usually I'm the one that needs help crossing the road. Anyway, I should read alerts. I should do that. Where are we at? We got 46 months from Kayla Crisp, 50 months from Summer Essentia, 42 months at Tier 2 Gold Toast for Radio Dread, 55 months from Gonzo Tinkerman, 45 from Desi Desitel, 28 from Sage of Stars, 48 from Siraj Gandesha. That's a 4. Congrats on 4. 69 months from Squid. Nice. 32 from Rebel Tech TV. 18 from Candy Lou B, 30 from Crisara 0117, 21 from H.W. Wilson, 51 from Charlemagne 25, 41 from Pickletron, 11 from Lucas Torca, 23 from Supersonic Dog, 51 from Victoria Swift, 53 from JDO 1997, 67 from Sapphire Becca, 67 from Meridesh 3K, 67 from Jayazak. It would have been a combo, but there was 44 months between with Tiger Tiger. It was almost a combo. We're so close. Closest we've had a combo in a while. Anise gifted 2 subs to Kiwi Lee Scipio and Lady Antisocial. Thank you for that. And 69 months from Cobalt Custard. Nice. Combo breaker. My predictions for today. First Nintendo Direct we've had in a while. This is like the big one for the summer. I predict Killer Instinct 3.
Okay.
It's all of the Killer Instinct characters, but all of the Muppets also. So it's a mashup game. It's my first prediction. My second prediction is that we're getting Blast Core for the Nintendo 64 back. It is not a remake and it is not a sequel. It's just Blast Core, but put onto a cart that they sell at Walmart at full price. I predict there will be a game starring Yoshi with a gun. It's called Yoshi with a Gun. Yoshi Safari 2. Now it's personal. Yoshi! Who's your source? Can't reveal that information, sorry. And finally, Nintendo releases a new Game Boy. It's called the Game Boy 3, and it's how you will play Killer Instinct 3. The Game Man. Love the Game Man. You know, the interesting thing is, and I mean this seriously,
Thomas.
Nintendo...
He said open the playdate.
No. Nintendo, I feel like Nintendo could realistically, if they wanted, re-release retro hardware. Like there's an immense amount of popularity for old systems. They could do it. Like the NES Classic. Release a Game Boy. Release a classic Game Boy that has, 50 built-in games with a backlight. It's an idea.
Thomas said release the hardware, but not the games. GG's used game market.
The secret of Red Pikmin's young knee is finally revealed.
That was bits from Slick Duke. Says Steven has let us know about some good upcoming things from the Nintendo Direct, but Rad has what game for the final announcement? The secret of Red Pikmin's young knee is finally revealed. Yeah, this is actually the Pikmin prequel.
I think some people I know could use some young knees that they would like.
Everyone over 30 needs young knees. I like how this just insinuates that it's a Pikmin game about knee surgery. Do Pikmin even have knees? Maybe? So I've been, that's the secret. I've been trying to do some exercises inside the house, because outside the house, let's call it warm. It's warm. So, because of that, I've been doing some stuff inside, and I have a little lineup of different exercises to do, and one of them is squats. And when I do squats, my knees explode with every squat. And I'm like, should it be doing that? I don't know. I bend down and they both go and I'm like, oh. And then I get up and then I get down and they go and I'm like, oh.
You get up, you get up, you get down.
New clown, more like new duck. That's a duck. It's a bit of a duck, I think. Rice Krispie knees. Ah! 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 Yeah, I haven't had any, like, long-term pain or anything.
Yeah.
But if at any point I get some, I'll be like, I bet it's that. And then I'll not probably do them anymore. And that's fine.
Morning, Dan.
Dan. Good morning. Dan, we were just talking about you.
Oh, yeah.
We showed a photo of me and Dan together. With Chaz in the middle. My favorite thing in the world is to hold hands with my friends. But to hold hands while our hands rest on another friend's lap. Just always doing that. We got 21 months from Richard Ashby. We have 60 months from Everchanger. That's a 5. Congrats on 5. Chaseboat gifted a sub to Yoshi with a gun. It's a good username. 50 months from Throwdown. And 3 bits from Shio says Yoshi with a gun, aka Dino Crisis. Yeah.
Dracula's challenging snack. Tiny Eddie's shiny gritty chunks.
Did Gritty make the chunks?
Dracula's challenging snack is interesting because it makes it feel like Dracula is on like Fear Factor or something. 1,000 bits from Owl, my dude. What types of snacks pair well with a Nintendo Direct? Perhaps Tiny Eddie knows. Shiny gritty chunks. You'll blow Tiny Eddie's newest snack when you find out what the final announcement in the Nintendo Direct is today. Oh no. Anyway. Everyone enjoy your chunks. Armored Frog gifted a sub to Motion Dan. Thank you. It's very kind. The final announcement will be Donkey Kong Country. I said on Twitter yesterday that this is the 30th anniversary of Mother 2, which is true. It is the 30th anniversary of other games.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country is one of them. Wouldn't that be neat? Wouldn't that be neat? Just be... I just think it's neat. It's also the 30th anniversary of Super Metroid.
Coffee.
There's just all these things. If it's not Vince's God, you 30 years ago was living the high life with Earthbound and Donkey Kong. I had a great childhood.
You sure were very excited about all the games you got.
I had a great childhood. Anyone who grew up with the Super Nintendo as their primary gaming system had a great childhood. It was just a good system, which still has some of the best games. Chess says, sorry, Sega kids. Gunstar what?
Sonic who?
Sonic who? Who child? Yeah, is good. I mean, there's good Sega games, but like between those two consoles, it's not even close. There's just so many good games on Super Nintendo. Sorry. Yeah, Shining what?
I don't know why my dad picked Genesis when he bought us a system.
Did he do any sort of planning ahead of time, or do you think he just went to the store and was like, my kids need to play video games? Grab.
No idea.
I'm sure he probably doesn't remember. But maybe he does. Maybe you can ask him. Because he might be like, oh, I had seen a news story that morning about...
That's how he found out about Tamagotchi. I had a
Yeah.
Tamagotchi before everyone else. Because he had seen a little blurb in the paper that was like yay big in the newspaper. And it was like, new toy from Japan. And he's like, these sound like something you guys would like. Because he had picked us up on a Friday because of divorce things.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, okay. And we went to Toys R Us, which we never ever got to go to.
Okay.
Like, ever.
Yeah.
Like, there's very few memories I have of Toys R Us. And they had them in stock, and it was before Christmas, before the big rush.
Oh, wow. So one of the things that I spent a bit doing, last night, I released the vlog that talks about Rocco, since that was the day that Rocco passed. And part of that vlog is photos. There's a lot of photos in that vlog. And the problem with my photo collection is that it is not organized in any shape or form at all.
It's like a box of pictures.
Yeah, I want you to imagine that there are like 15,000 photos in a box and they're just all mixed up. That's what my digital photo library is like. And that's not great, but in order to get it right would take an immense amount of time. So I've never been able to do it because it's a project, right?
At least they're all on your computer.
But that does mean that in order to put it together a vlog like that, it takes like days, because I have to go find those photos. And in a vlog like that, you want photos, right? Like this is like the memorial vlog, and you want to include photos, but you have to go find them. And I spent basically the entire weekend just looking through like thousands of old photos. And once the vlog was out, I found other ones, and I was like I found one photo where, and some of you may have seen it if I describe it to you, there's a photo where I am wearing a cowboy hat, and Rocco was wearing a tiny cowboy hat, and I'm holding him. And I'm like, I wish I could have included that one, but like I didn't find that until afterwards. But yeah, I might post it on Instagram or something. That's a good idea. Anyway, I need to do something about that someday, but I don't have time. But while I was looking through the photos, the reason I brought this up is that in my old house, the house I lived in from the time I was born until I was 9 or 10, we have this TV in the living room, and it's like a piece of furniture. It doesn't have a remote. In order to change the channel, you have to go up and press on the numpad, like what channel you want to go to. It doesn't even have channel up and down. It's like 03, 04, 05, 06. Like that's how you have to change the channels. That was like just what we had until I was 12 or something. And I remember very vividly that we kept the NES and then later the Super NES like near the TV. And I looked through so many photos. There is not a single photo of the system anywhere. NES or Super NES. And I can't figure out why.
Isn't there a photo of you playing with one of them in a Ninja Turtles outfit?
There's I went as a Ninja Turtle for Halloween. But there's not a Nintendo. It's a pile of candy.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sitting in front of the TV and there's a pile of candy. Priddlebeard says, did they live in the TV stand when not played? There wasn't a TV stand. The TV weighed 500 pounds.
And had wood around the outside.
Yeah, when I say piece of furniture, I mean the TV was the furniture. There wasn't a TV stand. It was just like, and there was a little cutout under the TV, and I was thinking, well, maybe it's there, but there's so many photos of that living room from like the time I'm crawling around as a baby to 8 or 9 years old, and like I couldn't find a single image of a video game console anywhere near that. And I'm just like, why? What? I know that this existed. I have very vivid... Yeah, maybe you never actually had it and dreamt it all up. I have very vivid memories of playing the NES. I know what games I had when we had the NES. Yeah, turns out you were never a Nintendo kid. You were never a gamer at all. The only game you played was Hungry Hungry Hippos. I did find a photo of me getting Hungry Hungry Hippos at Christmas. So that was neat. I saw that and I was like, that's where the loneliness began. But yeah, I could not find... So I'm wondering now, my memories of playing the system are in front of the TV, but I'm wondering if, like, we kept the system off to the side, like, under a table or something. Because I kept looking, and so I was like, this is like, so many of my memories are of playing video games as a kid. And I'm like, where are the stupid video games? Where? Like, I remember sitting as an extremely, extremely young child, like 2 or 3, in the living room and playing Iron Tank. Where are the games? The accident wasn't your fault. Oh, God. Steven, wake up. Wake up. It's fine. It's totally fine. There's photos eventually where, because when I was, how old was I? I don't remember how old I was. At some point in my life, it must have been before I was 10, because at 10 we moved. So maybe when I was like 9, I got a TV of my own that went into my bedroom. It was like this little 13-inch CRT. There's photos of that, and the Super NES is in there. And I'm like, okay. Cool. But where is all the other stuff? It's fine. Found a photo of me opening a Nintendo 64. It's a photo, so you have to just imagine me screaming.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The look on my face is definitely like Scream, though. Like, I'm doing early poggers just because I'm so excited about it. Anyway, I hope to one day get these photos sorted because I think it would be fun to include more photos in vlogs. And I can't easily do that. So, like, the reason I usually don't do it is because it's a nightmare. But if I could ever get this stuff sorted, then it would be very easy to check tags and be like, oh, okay, well, I'm looking for, you know, this year or this person or...
A birthday.
Yeah, you know, if I could just type in birthday and it would show me every photo from every birthday, every cake, like, that would be great. I don't have that. I have all the photos, I just don't have anything sorted, and it is awful. Series Smart will do that next year. Hang on. Well, actually, I was having a conversation with Alex about this yesterday because he said that his dad got on like the digital photo organization train like in the early 2000s with Picasa, and I was like, you know, starting that process now would actually be easier than ever before. Because modern photo software, like, recognizes faces. So, like, once you tell the system, like, oh, this is Mao or this is Haley, then you can type that in and it figures all of that out. So, like, that part's easy. There's object detection from machine learning that's built into a lot of this software. So you can be like, show me all the photos of banana. Like, your phone already does that. Like, if you have
I have your mom's baked bean recipe as a photo on my phone.
Yeah.
And anytime I need it, I search in the photo app beans, and then the recipe
Yeah.
pops up.
Yeah. Yeah, Armor Frog says, I learned just the other day that the photo app can search by text and photos. Yep. So if you didn't know that, your phones do that, which is great. This is a good opportunity for beans. So, like, that's built in too. So, like, the only things that you really need to do is you need to sort the photos together in terms of, like, when they occurred. Because none of my... all my photos were scanned in. So, like, none of my photos have...
Dates.
They don't have... Yeah, there's no metadata at all. So, that's the hardest part, is looking at photos that aren't even together, anywhere close to together. So, like, finding a photo here, and finding a photo here, and finding a photo here, and then looking at them and being like... okay, I'm wearing the same shirt. This must be the same day. And then continuing to do that until you have this little pile and then trying to figure out what year it is. I mean, that is a nightmare.
I'm sure Siri Smart will be helpful, but I mean, things are even progressing because I had taken a photo with Brandon a few weeks ago when we both have sunglasses on, and it didn't tag it as either of us.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I manually do this? And it was like, you can't on iOS mobile. So I remembered like 2 weeks later, I was like, oh, I should do this on desktop because you can do it on desktop apparently.
Interesting.
And when I went to do it on desktop, it already had figured out it was us. So I could find that photo then.
I'm pretty sure you can do it.
You can't.
Yeah, but what? Yeah,
it wasn't even recognizing people in the photo.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that won't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally if it can't figure someone out, it'll come up and have like a question mark and be like, who is this?
Yeah.
And then you tell them.
It didn't even do that. But then when I went to do it on the desktop, it knew who we were.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, like stuff's getting better, and like anyone who grew up like distinctly in the digital age, count your blessings that your entire photo history has metadata of like the date and the time and possibly the location. Like all of that's just done, because I don't have that and it sucks. A lot. There's a lot of photos that I've looked at, and I'm like, I have no idea what this is. There's photos of me, and I'm like, I don't know where this is. Not a clue. And one of the reasons I want to try and get around to doing that photo organization is that I really need my parents' help. Badly. Like, I need to get things organized and then go through things with them in the hopes of getting some information, because I don't have any idea what some of the stuff is. Yeah. Anyway, we had like some albums, but like only like 2, and they have like 40 pictures in them each.
Everything else is a shoebox.
Everything else was put in a shoebox. There's multiple shoeboxes with just like hundreds or thousands of photos and stuff. Like, I remember looking at photos and like the photos would just get like poured out onto the floor. So they're not organized.
We had like 10 albums, but I don't think they're written on at all. They're just the photos.
That could help. If I get the physical photos again, there might be something on the back of some of them, because I know that my mom would occasionally do that, but definitely not all of them. So anyway, we went down a little rabbit hole there. 300 Bits from Shio says, sometimes when I move, my body feels like when you bend a glow stick, just cracking all over. Unfortunately, I don't glow as a result. That is an extremely good way of putting that, because that sound is what like my knees sound like sometimes. I say sometimes. If I have the audacity to bend down. And my knees are like, what are you trying to do? Be mobile? How dare you? We got 68 months from Brandon. 57 months from Lixrin. 300 Bits from Shia says, this old console talk just unlocked a memory. Does anyone remember those GameCube bundles they sold that had all the items in a big plastic sealed case, not a box, and you could see the individual items splayed out? I don't. I bought a Game Boy, an original Game Boy like that. I didn't get a Game Boy until the colors for the Game Boy had come out. And they had these sealed plastic cases that you bought at the Walmart. And it had like, because my original Game Boy is black. So I have a black Game Boy, and then it came with a game. I don't know which game. Some game. Kirby? But I've never seen that. I've never seen that with GameCube. Shai says, I think they sold them at like Costco or something. If someone finds an image of that, tweet it at me, because I've never seen that and I would love to see that. That's a new one for me. There are an immense amount of console bundles though. Every once in a while I'll learn about a console bundle I didn't know about, because some of them are like region specific. So it's like, well in Europe they got this. And it's like, oh, well that's neat. Fun. We got 54 months from Jolteron. 300 Bits from Arpiga says, I am an archivist. I've literally had full-time jobs doing exactly what you described. Metadata may not be sexy, but boy is it necessary. You saying I've had full-time jobs doing what you describe is the same reason why I've never done it. That's why I've never gotten around to it. Is because it would take forever. But I have to be honest with you. In the last few days, going through these photos, this is the most I've like dived into these photos.
Yeah.
Maybe ever. And I have never had such a burning desire to do it like I do now. Like, it's huge. I'm like, oh my god, I really want to do this. And I really can't right now. I really can't do that right now. So, I'm just trying to forget about it. It's my plan. It's like, just don't think about it.
I think I have just like a shoebox. And my mom has everything else.
Do you have your photos scanned?
No.
We can do that.
When?
I don't know. I don't know when, but but we should do that. I got all of your home movies.
No, you got half. There's more.
I got half of your home movies digitized like a few years back.
Yeah.
Radio Dread says, I have so many photos neatly put into albums with descriptions and stuff on the back of the photos. It's wonderful. Very jealous.
See, I had an uncle
Very jealous.
get into family tree stuff. And he did my dad's side of the family.
Yep.
And it's logged. Everyone gets a code. So I can type in the code. And I know, like, oh, like, 01 is Papa. And 02
Yes.
is Grandma.
I remember that. Because we got all of that data.
Yeah, he gave me a copy of it.
Yeah.
And it's real nice because it's a record series. Because he went through and got photos, like all of my grandparents' photos that they've taken over the years. And Grandma did a lot when they lived up north, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And so, like, there'd always be photos. He scanned them all, labeled them by who was in it. Any other data he has on them. And
Yeah.
then even further back, because there's, like, older photos of, like, great-great-grandparents and such.
It's
It's like, thank you, Dave.
it's incredible.
It's great.
It's very cool. Like, I'm very jealous of that. But also, he put, like, what, years of his
Yeah.
time into working on that?
I remember when he did that project. It was a lot because they did not live in Wisconsin at the time.
Yeah. And that's just a thing that exists. So, like, you know, on that side of your family, you just have this information.
Yes.
And it's very cool.
Well, it doesn't exist for the other side of my family,
Oh,
so
I
it's
know,
like a
yeah.
weird. One side is very documented and the other isn't.
Yeah. At some point, I will do this. I don't even really know where to start because it just feels so daunting. And a lot of my photos, the other thing, and I think folks will relate to this feeling, I have a lot of photos, but they exist multiple times. Because what's happened is I've had photos and they're on the computer, and I've always had backups, so that's not really a concern of mine. So I have photos, and then I'll move to like a different computer, and I'll bring those over, but like it may also be put somewhere else as like a backup folder. So then on the new computer, there's like photos, but then another photo folder that's the same photos. And then as I continue to move computers and move things around, now it's just... It's not great. I have photos from like... I have cell phone photos from... late high school? I didn't have a photo phone until late high school. It was whatever I had when I was dating you.
I don't remember.
I had like I had a flip phone. That's a flip phone. Yeah, I was like, what is it called when it do this? A flip phone. I don't know why I did it. This way makes way more sense. Baby phone do. And one of the interesting things about it is that I had a case, not a razor. Clam phone. It's a clam phone. Not a razor. Razor is too fancy. I had just bad. And I had this case on it that was like a cheap pleather case. And I'm going through the photos, and I was like, why is the bottom half of all of my photos black? There's all these photos, and the bottom half of the photos are black. And then it dawned on me, I had it in a case, and the the case like got bunched up in front of the camera all the time. So if you wanted to take a photo, you had to use your finger and like hold the case down to get the photo. We lived in hell. Things are so much better now. Ah, God, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Chaz says, once again, the no phone case strategy is proven superior. I don't even know why I had that in a case. Because those old phones, you could just throw.
Yeah.
And they were fine.
I didn't have a case on mine from that era.
I didn't need one.
I don't think I put a case on my phone until I got a smartphone.
Sometimes the phones were just slippery. You have something on it just so it like grips your hand better. Chaz is gonna die on the hill, or his phone is gonna die on the hill, of not having a phone case.
I kind of want to not have a phone case when I get my new phone.
Oh, so you kind of want to like not have a phone. You kind of want to like drop the phone once and be like, well, Chaz says my phone has fallen hundreds of times and it's fine. Is it? I have a question, Chaz. Is it fine or is it perfect?
Mine isn't perfect and it's in a case.
I can't help you. like, is there scratches on the screen? Do you have any scratches or anything on the screen? Because, like, that's different than fine. Wait, actually, that would be fine. Chaz says, I finally got one scratch you can see at a 45-degree angle after 3.5 years. I have to use it. I have to use the case. I just have to. Sorry. Like, it's... My brain would not... No, I need... It's so... It's... slippery. The phone is so slippery. It's so scary. Half the time I'm like doing this, and I'm just thinking if I didn't have this case provide the tiniest amount of grip, it would just go whoop. I did stop using screen protectors. I used screen protectors forever, and then I stopped using a screen protector on this phone. This is the first phone I've not used a screen protector for. And I've had it now for, like, 9 months? It's been fine. Because they're making the glass now, like, real strong. The glass is good. It's not that it can't be scratched, but, like, that's not really a problem for me. And one of the reasons I like having it in the case is that the case provides this really, really tiny lip on the front. So whenever I put my phone down, I always put it face down because I know it's not going to touch whatever surface it is, as long as that surface is flat. Then, you know, the cat can't walk across the screen or anything because the screen is always face down. Chaz says, I also put mine face down. It touches surfaces. It's fine. Okay. I believe you. I just... I don't think I can do that. It gets beyond me to have that level of trust. We had 40 months from Furious Kitty and 33 months from Good Faith Fox. Thank you. We've got 15 minutes until the Nintendo Direct. We'll be ending in the next, like, 5-6 minutes, just so everyone has time to... I say everyone, so we have time to get settled in for the Direct. I would ask if there's anything you would like to see. I don't know that you have an answer.
I have no idea. I want to see news about stray children, but I don't think it'd be on this Nintendo Direct.
It's not going to happen in this one. Having zero expectations is the best
Yeah.
scenario. Is this Spiro? I think it's Spiro. 510 bits from Anise who says, my phone is scuffed to bits, but the current style of Android phone case gets in the way of the charger port. Oh. That's bad. Probably not as bad as putting the charging port of your mouse on the bottom, but still bad.
Do you hear the computer? There's like a rattle. I heard it last night when I was playing Dark Cloud. Do you?
Oh, like a little? Probably? It probably, yeah, it might need blown out. Because the computer has not moved or done anything or been shook or anything, so like there might be some dust in it. That's the only thing I can think of. We had 31 months also from Sting AZG. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing whatever they talk about. There's always like one fun thing. They put it at the end. Well, it's fun for someone. It's not always fun for me. Because sometimes they're like, and now, Fire Emblem DLC. And I'm like, okay, that's fun for somebody, and I'm glad for that person. But that part's like not...
Yeah.
That's not a fun thing for me. I need to see... I need to see Donkey Kong Country. When are we going to get a new Donkey Kong Country? It's been a decade. It's been 10 years.
That would be nice to see.
It's the 30th anniversary of Country. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just... It's weird that they don't say... They really should... If I got to decide what a Nintendo Direct was... There would be so many happy people.
You.
Me.
Me.
You.
You'd interview our friends and see what they wanted.
So many two happy people. It would be great. I don't know what to expect.
No.
I really don't. There'd also be many angry people because the internet is unpleasable. It's true. I will, and you know to expect this, but Mal and I will be watching it. We'll record our reactions and post them up onto Stephen Plays just a little bit later, so you can watch our thoughts. I do not know what to expect. I do not have any prior knowledge of this event. So when they release the Earthbound remake, lucky guess. Lucky guess. But it would be nice if there was a new Donkey Kong Country. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Things I want you to know about. Today at 1?
At 1.
1 p.m. Eastern. Mao is painting.
Morsi oats. Grass.
Grasses. So check out Mao's stream in about 3 hours. If you want something peaceful on in the background, Mao's painting. And then otherwise tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, I am finishing Super Metroid.
Come here.
I don't know how I wouldn't finish Super Metroid tomorrow. It doesn't seem like there's enough game left for me to have another stream after that. So tomorrow at 1 p.m., finishing up Super Metroid. Looking forward to it very much. It's going to be great.
You say hi?
Meow, meow.
Come here.
Are you excited for the Nintendo Direct? Are you desperately trying to get him to come to you?
Yeah.
Came to me first try.
Lift. Hi.
He's a good boy. Oh yeah, it's disc only today, isn't it?
It is.
Oh yeah, it's sometime 9 p.m.
Baby.
I forget that's a thing. Okay. Well, we'll see you at Mouse Stream at 1, and I will see you at Disc Only tonight at 9. Otherwise, we don't normally raid, but Josh is live, and I am going to send y'all over there. We don't do the live reactions, which I guess we could probably start doing that. But I don't want to. So instead, go over that. Do hold my hand. Will you hold my hand is very cute. And also, Josh was here for that and will know. And when he gets back into town, we can hold hands. That'll be sweet. All right, raid. Go. All right.
He's purring so much.
And that's going to be it for today. Thanks, everybody. Like I said, our reactions will be out later, so be on the lookout for those, especially if something cool happens and you're like, oh my god, what does Stephen Amell think about this? I hope there's something really, really cool to me. Because a lot of the directs, they're fine, but I'm just like, oh, that's neat. But like every once in a while, like once every 2 years, I get like a, oh, I like
Something that
those.
you like. Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's about time for that.
Yeah, we're overdue, I think. All right. My computer is doing too much. Our computer's rattling, I guess. Have a great Tuesday. See you later.